Yes, sir. We get more support than we get hate. We get more support than we get.
Hi, it's Cryptomaria. So I'm going to go into my blog, but right now we have a protest going on in Toronto. And I'd rather I wouldn't normally mirror this, but, he keeps, if something happens, at least it's out there. At least he's not alone. The amount of hate people get for standing up for their rights is crazy. So this is live in Toronto right now. I wouldn't normally mirror his stuff, but right now he's filming and I'm a little worried about his safety. I don't know how. I just trust your gut, one of those things, kind of worry about him.
That's basically why I haven't been streaming. I gotta work, right?
We all gotta work, yeah.
He's laughing at us. Let's go. Let's go. Go, must go.
Gonna pull this up for a second.
Just say no. As you can see, the group is not a fan of the communists. I don't know who could be a fan of the communists. That wouldn't be a very smart thing to be a fan of, but you never know.
I'd be honking. I'd be honking. I'd risk the ticket if I saw them. Happy Saturday, everyone.
Basic things, right?
I don't know if anything was happening at the BC Ledge, but this one's going on today, so it's a good way to. I will be pulling up my blog after, but this is, People aren't happy. People aren't happy in Canada. We really aren't.
Yes, sir. Support.
Yeah.
Freedom. You don't see much masses. But a lot of people are in denial. Mm-hmm. They're in denial. They're afraid to support us.
Yeah. I was. I'll be honest. I thought it was okay, conspiracy theory, I was so focused on the States as our biggest threat.
Introducing it to young kids.
And it turned out it was here all along. And it's just when, the truckers protest, it was this glass shattered around me, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on?
They're going to choose jelly beans and sour peas.
Thank you, truckers. Honk, 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 honk. We would still be in lockdowns without them.
Yeah, the kid will eat literally jelly beans for dinner and won't even grow properly. So what kind of thing is that? Kids pretend to be dinosaurs. We got kids pretending to be dinosaurs. What logical brain thinks, you know what? Let the 9-year-old be in full control of its life and make sure that all the decisions it makes are permanent. Seriously? And a truck full of AI reading. I know. They had drones. They had those stormtrooper police with video, with camcorders. They were filming everybody. At this point, who cares? They know who we are. They know who we are.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, Joanne. It doesn't make sense. And
everyone knows
another
who
thing, like,
everyone else is
transitioning,
in
they
this,
say, well, you should just let your child
sandbox.
transition. If your 12-year-old son says, "Hey, Dad, I want to take steroids," at 12 years old, you say no for the exact same reason.
Or
you
breast
tell your kid,
implants.
No, you can't switch
You
your
would
gender.
not give
You're not
your
even a grown
daughter
human.
breast
You're
implants.
not even grown. Well, I don't
It's
get how
like,
they
no,
justify it.
we've
It
had
doesn't make
rules
any
about
sense.
plastic
You would let
surgery
your 12-year-old
for
son
this
take
reason.
steroids, so
Like,
why would you?
and honestly, if
Why
I
would
got
you
an
even go
implant,
messing with some
I'd be
kid's
fucking
hormones?
falling
That's
over.
crazy. That's crazy.
Like,
That is
and
crazy
what
talk.
it does
And
to your
the-
body,
and the
it's
hospital
just,
benefits from
oh, yeah,
insurgents
big
from those,
pharma.
rich corporate
What he's saying.
weirdo cannibal types. You know what I mean? Protect the children at all costs. It's hard. Yeah, even at adult, I know when I was 18, I wasn't, there's a lot of room for growth even after past your legal adult. So I agree with you there, completely. I know, Solomon, I saw that exact video you're talking about. The iPhone takes an infrared photo of you every 5 seconds. I mean, that's crazy. All right, we're back to the park. We're going back to the park. I know, I'm looking at the camera. I know. What am I going to do, man? Let them have it. I don't care. Let them come. Tell them to come find me. Tell them to find me every weekend in Toronto, Queen's Park, 1 p.m. They can find me there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can try and avoid some things, but we already know, like, that part of it's over. They already got you. They got everybody. They know everybody. They know who we are. They know who we are. Let's see if we can talk to some people. I need a bottle of water. I am literally dying. We got angry Toronto drivers. They can't wait to go get their Starbucks. Yeah, just hand over your rights, by the way.
Hey,
How many of you know your great-great-grandparents? I don't. Like I said, though, I think we get more support than we get hate. We got some haters, but I think we got way more support. I don't think they're gonna get another lockdown on us. I don't think it's possible.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think so. I think we're, when people start really, like, all these school supplies, it's hitting people. When people are losing their houses for remortgaging, it's going to hit them. No, it won't. I hope not. I hope lockdown will never happen again.
So that's where I'm at with that. Starbucks is a Satanist, so don't support Starbucks or Netflix. Yep. Don't watch the movie Sound of Freedom. I still haven't seen it.
That's why I got a copyright strike. Sound of Freedom. Yay. Now I know why Netflix hates me.
Soy Rage on an electric scooter. I hope your carbon footprint's so tiny, like your brain. Sorry.
Hilarious.
We got Soy Rage on electric low carbon footprint pea-sized brain scooter.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I know guys like
he's
that.
He's an angry guy. He knows more than we do.
I want to put that. That's it.
It's hilarious getting passed by some dude on an electric scooter trying to talk shit. you guys really got to step up your A game, dude. This is your A game. Like drive by e-scooter insults, dude. Get a grip, bro. Netflix, Disney, none of them get my dime. Yeah, you know what? To hell with those television shows. Television is just a big psyop in the TV. Serious movie, human trafficking. I know what it's about, Elizabeth. I just haven't seen it. I've been just busy. I don't know. Is it on the internet yet? Last time I was trying to find it, they talked about it only being available in theaters. So I don't know. Jesus. And the drivers here are crazy. Damn. Okay. We'll see if we can get some interviews, talk to some people. Yeah. Oh, I need to sit for a minute, though, big time. I need to sit. Still at the movies? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sweating. Woo.
Just like,
Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Oh man, I gotta take.
behind the tree. Yeah.
I'm soaked right now. I got jeans on and my jeans are soaked.
Damn.
So I'm overheating like crazy. Hold on, I can put it over here. I can put it right here. Does this work? Hold on. Let me try and find a spot for you guys.
Sorry, I'm
You won't run out of battery or nothing. Okay, wait, this will work. Oh. Works. It's working.
I would pull it up big screen, full
man.
screen, but you can kind of follow what's going on. I know it looks bigger on some things, but
The whole world lived by their deceit.
no, I
Go by the
literally
tree.
haven't seen this guy since the
Hydrate,
truckers'
brother.
protest, so almost like 2 years.
Oh,
No, I just was trying to like share links from all the channels.
see if I can ring
In
on
my
my t-shirt
streams?
right now.
God, it's good. Yep. Yeah.
No, it's not that one.
You know, I haven't really seen him, and he
Last
normally
time I was
doesn't.
here, it was like the same thing. I got all
Hello to you, Vincent.
wet.
Good to see you.
God is the
So
truth.
this is
Yep,
a
God is the
protest
truth.
in Toronto.
Shared it out. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hello.
All right, I gotta get some interviews in a minute, guys. Just give me a couple minutes, eh? Woo. We'll definitely get a talk with a few of the guys there. See what they're saying. Let you guys know.
Oh, I am.
Shout
I'm
out to all you
good.
guys in the chat.
No, I'm across the
So it
country.
was like, the whole
I'm
march took about an
good.
hour and 40 minutes.
Once I get
That's
my
pretty
laundry hung up, I'll be good.
That
If
was
nothing blows off the balcony, you know. Yeah, the breeze is picking
I need to
up,
find some
and it's been so smoky lately. I haven't been able to get it out. So I did a bunch last night, and I'm like, I don't care. I just got to do it.
Never go like you get all the purity water anywhere in Elmdale. Well, something like that. I know that. Yours up that way. There's a water bottle right there.
No, this is amazing. Like,
Oh, man.
oh,
Smash the like. Change my mind on beef and broccoli. Doing chicken fajitas. Hey, man. Eat good, man. You never know when, when the going gets tough, you might not be able to eat so good. So live every day the fullest.
oh, I can hear "Gimme Shelter."
The water cone from the tap probably been recycled
I love that
thrice.
song.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, and I fixed my necklace. See, I put in a big
man.
ruby. That's actually a real
What are
ruby.
you guys saying? Talk to me. I'm here. We're gonna get an interview. We'll try and interview some people in a minute. Definitely gonna get some for you guys. See what they're saying. For now, we're just chilling. I just need to cool off for a second. I hope you guys understand. I'm like completely sick.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Never think of where
Well
this news
said.
goes.
Sometimes you have
Try
your
not to,
moments.
man. Try not to. Woo.
Yeah. That's what it feels like. Absolutely. Mm. Yeah, this started before I started my stream. I'm gonna just let this run until, see where this goes for a while. No.
Let's see what the battery's at. How's the battery? Oh my god! What happened? Did we stop charging? Oh no! Uh-oh, this is not good.
Oh
This is
no.
not good. Did this thing run out of battery? If this thing ran out of battery, what happened? Did it get pressed off? Oh, damn it! The thing pressed off. Okay, good thing I checked the battery. We got 24%, but the battery bank's got 50. Okay, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Let me get up. The button pressed itself off, so it stopped charging the phone. Stupid phone. What are we doing? Pick this up. Support your farmer. Okay. Let's see. It's good? Yep, all right. Shout out to Florida.
Great puppy.
They're having a dance. Fluoride. How about the fluoride? Fluoride? Not the fluoride.
Because okay, hopefully, turn that down. Go blonde. There we go. Just that way I can watch for copyright strike.
Oh. So I'm brushing off the interview face. I got to put it back on and be like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, I'd like to talk to you about the COVID-19 lockdowns. Yeah, we'll see for a second. What's going on? Big Chill, you want to say something to the people?
Hi.
Be the change you want to see in the world. Don't just demand it. Be it. Live it.
Good. Well said.
When we're demanding things of the government, those imply certain values. But are you living those values in your day-to-day life, like when you're not at the merch, Think about it. Something deep. Something I needed to learn. That's why I'm saying it.
I want to ask a question. How bad were the effects of the COVID-19 lockdown for the average Canadian?
Awful. And I think a lot of people see the deaths that are happening now, because even though they're not being called COVID deaths, the people are still dying at a much higher rate than they were in 2019.
Yep.
A lot of people say that's the vaccine. That's probably part of it, but I think a lot of it is like the long-term effects of the lockdown, right? Like the mental and physical health.
Yeah.
Well, and made us more fragile. I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
But I also think we don't really fucking know what's going on. Like, I don't trust the media, but I don't think we really have all the answers either. That's what's really terrifying.
Conversation. We're just talking about lockdown. Like your own yeah. It's my own channel, Main Street Canada.
Main Street Canada?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Ottawa Convoy. Yeah, we're at the Ottawa Convoy.
Networks is it on?
Oh, it's just on YouTube, but they try, they shadow banned us a bunch of times, like major.
What's the conversation?
Just about COVID and what happened.
Propaganda.
Yeah, talk about it. Propaganda. So,
Through media.
How bad were the lockdowns for the average Canadian?
Depends on the individual.
How on average?
Depends on the individual.
Okay. And what would you say to Justin Trudeau if you had a chance to speak to him?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Human being.
Yeah. Do you think what he said about
People are
Canadians is true?
scared.
That
I'm not
anyone
scared of
who
Justin
attended the
Trudeau.
Freedom
He's a
Convoy
little
was a
bitch.
racist,
Like
a
my
hater,
cousin,
a
like knows
misogynist?
him. It's like I know, like our families know each other through other, you know. I have no qualms about calling a cousin a dickhead. Never have, never will.
Bernier? Can I see Bernier?
He said sovereignty. What does that mean? Sovereignty between God and humanity?
Oh, well, I mean, as an artist, I've probably inhaled so much pencil over my life or gotten it into my skin that, you know.
I mean,
Individual, like bodily autonomy. As
yeah.
as an
I
individual.
mean, the rights, you know.
But there's also family.
It's like coded in
I mean, I'd
it.
have to get the
Much like
definition, but I would
today's
say
picture.
sovereignty is basically control of your own life, right? Control over.
So
what
this
goes
is
in
the
your body,
original prompt.
right?
And you'll
they took that away
see
from
the
us. They
dragon
took away
ladies I
individual
made from
sovereignty
them.
from Canadians.
I know everyone likes the dragon lady parts. Or the, yeah.
Aren't familiar with what
There, I'll make you a
corporation
mod on this one, but don't abuse it. Don't be an idiot. And you know it'll like, you know it'll get taken away from you.
You're saying looking at all
Just behave properly.
corporation, you have to recognize that it's a corporation.
because we pay tax, so you can look at the government as like a corporation.
It's a corporation.
Oh, just
Yeah,
wait.
because
Like,
The indigenous
I can
First
take,
Nations
with AI, I can take this, and I will show you what I did. It is going to be so amazing.
Do you agree with the corporation to
This guy's boring. How about I show you the ladies? Because I'm sorry, we can always go back to this.
free will?
We're just going to turn down the volume.
Not be.
And we're going to switch on to... Okay. And now it's all of me. Oh, God. And I didn't wear makeup today. I always forget. Hi, Canada knows you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I was doing some of... I'll switch back. It just, I want to, you know, if I already like did a teaser, like the artwork, I wanted to, and I do have so many articles. I do have the link to this one in my blog. It's shared on Twitter. There's enough on Twitch. People can find you or find Toronto Freedom. Like I found them during the convoy protests. And then it seemed like after that, a lot of us just, or we went back to our lives. It was a protest, you know? And so seeing him today, and I think it's like he said, we get shadow banned. So if me just sharing even that little bit helps him get out his channel over that shadow ban, you know, because I'm the queen of copyright strikes. Like, he might even give me a copyright strike. I don't know. It gets that weird. So we're gonna do today's vlog, which is the final. This one today is the Indigo Dragon. So I have successfully done a whole rainbow of dragons. And I'm really proud of myself. And I'm going to turn it into hopefully a larger animation at the end. Because this is a lot of drawings. But when you speed them up, they all flow together. And it's like beautiful. So here is today's vlog. Wow. Nice. This is interesting. Search for results. Okay. This is going to be so cool. I've been playing around with some things, and I think like I just need to figure out a better program, figure out more focus. Oh, nice. Hi. Nice to meet you. Yeah. It didn't always look like this, but it's ripped like my heart was from the guy I dated. I got it from. And I know he might watch it. So it's like, yes, I did this to your hoodie. Bitch. Yeah. I don't know. That's sometimes just how I greet ex-boyfriends. Like, hey, cunt. How you doing? Hey, asshole. Long time no see. Oh, good. I hope you're like doing miserable and you're you know, Canadian girls, like, you can say it all polite in a hockey voice because you know the refs are watching, and or so it's like, you know what? It's like, oh, I took figure skating, so it is. Well, yeah, I've tried to explain it because I've had been in some gaming channels with friends in Ireland and the UK, and quite literally, all you will read for like 6 hours is calling each other cunt. I'm like, do you have any other letters? Any others like words overseas? Like, oh my God, this is why my family got off the rocks and we're not all inbred. Thank God. Hey, I still love them, but damn, it's like, might want to thin out that gene pool at some point. Sorry. I guess it's happening with the Muslims. Bad joke. It's not the way everyone, I'm all for immigration, but it's so different what's happening in Canada versus what's happening in the UK. Like, I feel so bad for them. I shouldn't make jokes about it, but I'm a horrible human being and I don't care. And it's over there. Oh, wow. That's probably like one of Canada's falling apart, but we're going to take it back. Oh, we are. Like, and we are going to be the powerhouse we were. Because as soon as we get rid of this dictator, and a lot of people will not be happy because a lot of it will be very capitalist. And when you're dealing with this generation of socialist, Marxist, communist idiots, they're not going to be happy what's going to happen to, when we actually, go back to reality and quit playing make-believe. Because this is not what my tax dollars are going to. And a lot of people are getting fed up. And that's what it's going to come down to in Canada. People are just getting fed up. We were promised all these things growing up. And, and now it's like, okay, if you're working at McDonald's for minimum wage, which is $16.95 in BC, how long would it take you to save up for a mortgage? Now, you go back before the Trudeau regime. I will call it a regime at this point. It is not like, if he has been paid off from China, this is not like, no, I feel so dumb. Like Chroma, I really feel dumb because I always thought like it was States and Trump and all of that. That was the enemy. And it was Trudeau all along. Like, I feel like I'm living in the Hunger Games and I'm like, oh my God, I actually like you. President Snow, like, shit, man. Oh, and okay, I'm gonna say this about this beer. I wasn't gonna go out, but I wanted to go for a walk. This is a local brewery, category 12. And it is gluten-free. It's like, oh, finally a gluten-free IPA. It's taken almost like a decade for the brewery industry in Canada to, oh, no worries, no worries. Oh, yeah, I'll be on for a while. I have a lot to go through. I haven't even, I just wanted, that protest was live. I wanted to show some of it. The link to it is on my website, which I am just about to show because everyone likes my dragon ladies or my ladies, it seems. And some are good, and I have people from different communities, some from like Canadian politics, some from the artwork community, some from the atheist community, some from the Christian community, some from the Satanist community, just Americans, Canadians, news groups. I know Chroma from news groups. So, and if people have artwork or stories, you can find my contact information. We can do a whole live stream for you, and you have the rights to that. You know, we can record it and then you save it, and then you can use it on your site. I don't, you know, we can negotiate. Let's stop it. Cheers, eh? Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, I was gonna pull up my website. They did really turn out good today. I only got a few like cursed. It's a funny term with the AI designers because you'll be going good, and then it's like, what the fuck is that? And it's like this demonic like. And I almost feel like maybe we are playing with Jinn or something. We are actually like, I know there is a slightly demonic quality to artificial intelligence, but you know, I think it just wants to be happy as well as us. So let's just go for that with now. Yeah. So I did a whole theme this week of dragons. So I went from purple dragons to indigo dragons. I did the whole rainbow, not just, you know. And she turned out gorgeous. Like that one is like to get her off of her. Like I couldn't, like this is what I was dreaming of. Like she is what I was dreaming of. But to get your fingers to do that, especially after working in factories, or, you know, it's like there'd be some nights I would literally like have to like have my hands in the tub when I was screen printing and then just like keep them up for a few hours, you know, like, okay. Or it's like easy, like you can trade off hands on your phone to troll on, you know, but I couldn't. And there, you know, there's no way I could do this, like even with a million lifetimes, and to make it look so realistic. And that's what I always dreamed of, you know? Yeah, she turned out so good. This whole series has turned out so good, and the larger animation will turn out even better, but I'm having computer glitches. Here we go. Like, okay, I did this. Like, this is like pretty, like this is amazing. Like, to be able to take this into this. Like, look, it almost looks fluid, and I'll get better with, like, I haven't really tried animation until last night, and then I was like, why don't I try this? And I was going to use this as the intro for my stream, because everyone on YouTube has these like big fancy intros, but when you have a live protest starting, you kind of want to, like, it's like, okay, well, I kind of got to drop the ball a little. I change of game plans. Like, holy shit, I am getting so good. Like, damn, like, this is like something I always dreamed of. Like, and in high school, we didn't we had computers on dial-up, okay? Like, you remember that sound of dial-up? Like, ooh, yeah. There was like this, this would have been like a lot of airbrushing, which I don't have the space for. I cannot have a compressor in my apartment. Realistically, like, as much as I like to do a lot of things. But no, you can't do that to your neighbors. Like, it's, and just the time involved. Like, this is like, almost like 3 lifetimes worth of work. Oh my God. I really like, I'll point it out when it comes up. When it scrolls back again. Yeah, like this part, because I can see the evolution of it, and I think I am not dealing with that movie, and it's a long story. Sorry. Ex-boyfriend thing. But no, this turned out so cool. Like, but also, I know you can find it, you can download it off my website. So, and the rest of the images are, I compress them all in between my clips. Oh God, let's watch this. Is it going to show up? Is it going to show up? Yeah, how many Canadians will be dragged to tolerance camps before we welcome the draggers? Okay, Jordan Peterson. What do you say to that? What do you say? Just, yeah. I'm going to pull up that clip later since it's on his site. It's interesting how artificial intelligence will interpret it. 5 signs that I'm probably a dragon. I heard useless, shiny things. I eat too much. I sleep too much. I don't like leaving my cave. I have an excessive desire to flame knowing humans. Yeah, I think it works. Oh God, this is funny. I don't even know what they were trying to feed the dogs. Oh, these are crickets. Oh fuck, they're bugs. I saw it on my cell phone in the morning and I just added it on and I didn't really look at what this dog is eating. And oh my God, this is like truth right here. Truth right here. If it like, and just, okay, I need to pull this up big because the look on the dog's face says it all. Like I've had labs, like I've had dogs like this. Like they will, and oh my God, I've never seen a dog actually have such a like look of rejection. Like, but this is what they want to force on us. Like, oh, you eat the crickets, you'll be happy. You own nothing and we own you. It's all good. Yeah, no. No, and this puppy like really sums it up. Yeah, let's just pull this up big for this one. Like, look at this dog's face. It's not even chewing it. Yeah. No thanks.
You will eat the bugs and be happy.
No, that dog actually like growled at the owner, like just like, don't try it again. Just don't try it again. I like that one. That one's a cute one. Because at first the prompts weren't coming out with actual dragons. They were just coming out with a girl in a bikini. And I was like, okay. Oh, God. This is a freaky story. I'm going to pull this one up. Yeah, I'm going to pull this one up. Sorry. Is it? Let's see if it shows up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. This is fucking freaky because man arrested after reports a person trying to light fires on roof of downtown building. Despite the heavy police presence, pedestrians and motorists kept crossing police lines and had to be escorted out because Victorians are dumber than toast. Like, look at the gear these guys are wearing. And yet, like, there's people who are like, well, oh my God, I gotta go to my nail salon. Like, you awful SWAT people. You can't, like, you know, like, I don't care if there is an emergency situation. I've waited for this appointment. No, this is Victoria. Yeah. He was suspected to light fires on a downtown Victoria rooftop. He started them at 1:30. Yeah. Major downtown streets were closed down. Now, the Crust Bakery on Fort Street is like one of those like hallmarks, and the Dutch Bakery. Yeah, so yeah, like it's okay. I'm gonna explain something about Victoria geography. There is kind of like a flop house hotel right around all on Fort Street, right in this block where it is. But with all the condos going up and stuff, it's sometimes you get a fire. It's cheap real estate. Look at our forests. And I will get into that because gentrification is probably one of the scariest things I have had to deal with in Victoria. And it's like, I didn't understand it as a kid. Like, I watched the movie The Crow, and it's like, what's going? No, people wouldn't do that. You look into the history, but in Canada, it never really happened. And Kelowna, it's like, it could have been prevented. There's been things here that could have been prevented. Definitely Hawaii, which I'm going to give you a trigger warning. If you are very sensitive to what's been going on in Hawaii, don't watch the rest of my stream because there's articles in between. It hit really home. Like, Kelowna hit really home. Yellowknife hit really home. You know, and it's just, if it was just like, if it, you know, and then you look at all the production plants for food that have burnt down this year that nobody really, that happened. And nobody talks about it anymore. But when you look at the graph of the record of how many businesses have been burnt or gone up in flames or farms or anything, it is damn scary. And I think this guy was just a crazed out junkie. You know, but yeah, it's like he tried to, and this is at 1:30 p.m. Like, usually you expect the weird stuff to happen at night. But no, this was 1:30 p.m. and it is really busy on a Friday, that part of Fort Street. It is, especially during tourist season. You know, I don't know. I never really trust the Times columnists on and what they're doing, but that going back, yes, it went back to my website. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, that was kind of very masculine. Speaking of masculine, let's do this one.
Yeah, the name's JP Sears. I'm a private investigative forensical analysis guy and amateur Taekwondo competitor, and I have irrefutable proof that Michelle Obama is a man. The Obamas don't think you know, and they don't want you to know, but I know that you do know. Just take a look at these Photoshop pictures. You can clearly see beneath Michelle Obama's dress is a bushel of male genitals. And then also look how the male genitals are circled. That's a black circle. And even more compelling, there is an arrow drawn pointing to the male genitals. You can't make this stuff up, people. Oh, Michelle's a woman? Really? Well, how do you explain this? Take a look at this picture of young Barack Obama. You might be asking, who is that lovely young lady with a mustache that he has his arm around? Answer, Big Mike. But then if you cross-reference that with a green dress picture, you might realize it's the little Mike. Dude, have you ever seen the size of Michelle Obama's back?
Oh, that's ruthless.
Obama himself.
That is ruthless.
The New York Post said that Obama's biographer said that his ex-girlfriend said that he makes love to men every day.
I knew this in 2008. How is this new?
Corroborated evidence. And
oh my God, no.
Does it make sense that a man who fantasizes
his ex-girlfriend he sent that letter to? She said more than people think.
In reality, game, set, match. But we've known he's been gay. Not only does he fantasize about making love to men, but he dresses all neat and he probably plays pickleball. The evidence has been right there in front of us this entire time. Obama is very gay, which proves Michelle Obama is a man so that they can do gay things together. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I bet Obama has monkeypox. I think Trump knew all this and he was going to release the files. That's why they've been politically persecuting him so hard. You know how Obama's name has never been brought up in connection with Epstein? Exactly. Epstein was dealing with young girls, not young boys, which means Obama was not involved, which proves Obama is gay.
I actually have their flight list on one of my blogs. It might be today, it might be tomorrow, but I have their flight logs.
I don't know.
I got a hold of all their flight logs. So if you want to see how all the flight logs
the chef see that he can't
to Epstein Island and make up your own mind,
untucked moment. Answer: definitely
decide
yes.
for yourself. Oh, and I have an even better one for that. This guy, like, I was so scared. I was like, "Fuck, you're gonna die." This is like the dumbest thing you could do.
So,
oh yeah, she got taken out.
Got it.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
One Joan Rivers herself knew that Obama is gay and Michelle is a trans man. And Joan Rivers didn't live too long after that. They killed her. And consider this, there was a reason why Obama took down Saddam Hussein. Saddam? Sodomize? Obama was clearly trying to kill his inner truth because he was afraid to come out of the closet.
I think it was George Bush who took down Saddam Hussein. Not Obama.
Yeah.
Now you're just being homophobic. I've been working hard on this case, putting together conclusive proof that Michelle Obama is a man and Obama is gay. I've dedicated my whole life working on this case for about the past hour and a half. And now the proof is in. Without all these lies and corruption, there's truly nothing wrong. The last thing I want to say is, Michael, we know who you are. Please come out, live your truth. We'll get you a drop with Bud Light.
I think you should like and subscribe to Awaken with JP. Also, go watch his new live show on Rumble, Tuesdays at 1:30 p.m.
Oh, God.
Now, unless you've been living under a rock,
I'm gonna
you know that
let
regular
his-
sauna sessions can be one of the best things you can
This
do
is
for your
his.
health. But some of the biggest problems that prevent people from reaping the major health benefits from saunas are having a home sauna unit can be super expensive and take up a lot of valuable space in your house. Or driving to a facility with saunas can eat up a lot of your valuable time. But worry about those problems no more because Bond Charge has solved them with their infrared sauna blanket. Along with being the most cost-effective sauna system on the market, it's potent, it gets super hot, gives you the benefits of infrared saunas, and it also doesn't take up valuable space in your home. It's compact, you just roll it out when you want to use it, then you clean it and put it away. The benefits that I use it for are boosting my metabolism, detoxification, accelerating recovery, and reduced stress and relaxation. Before I used this bad boy for the first time, I was skeptical, thinking, it's going to be weak, it's not going to compare to a box sauna. But I'm delighted to say I was wrong. It gives me all the power and heat that I need. If you want to bring all the benefits of an infrared sauna into your life in the most cost-effective, easiest way possible, then grab your infrared sauna blanket at bondcharge.com/JP. And while you're there, use the discount code JP for 15% off.
Well, that was fun. Next clip. Sorry, I'm trying to get my laundry out since, it's still smoky, but, I can't let it sit. So I'm going to just pull up the next clip. Not even sure what it's going to be. Some of these are cringe. Just a heads up, these are adult things, and especially. Okay, I'm gonna pull up that one later. I'm gonna come back to it. Yeah, let's just do this one.
When a kid tells you that they're transgender, believe them.
So apparently now in the United States, it's a death sentence to even fly the pride flag.
I would still never set foot in a men's restroom ever again.
Hey everyone, I'm Brad Palumbo, and welcome back to Damage Control, my podcast where we're reclaiming the LGBT community from the insane leftists who have taken it over. Today, we're talking about a horrifying hate crime that sparked a vicious culture war.
This is kind of why I'm pulling this up, because it has been
TikTok
changed.
and so
this
much
is
more.
like...
If you're new here, settle in, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, yada yada yada.
This is like about 5:44.
Comment and leave a super
it's not too long.
$5 or
I should
more,
get
and I
half
will
my
read your
socks up.
comment at the end of next week's show. Thanks to everybody who donated. I will read your comments at the end of today's episode. All right, let's get into it. Up first, a disturbing story of a California woman who was allegedly murdered for flying a pride flag at her workplace. Take a listen.
Again tonight with this new information, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office has identified a suspected killer. This is breaking news tonight at 6 o'clock. This suspected killer allegedly shot and killed a California clothing store owner for displaying a pride flag right outside her business. Magpie is the name of the business. Investigators say 27-year-old Travis Ikaguchi made disparaging remarks about the pride flag in front of Laura Ann Carlton's Cedar Glen store before he opened fire. Deputies later found Ikaguchi several miles from the business, where they fatally shot him after he refused orders to drop his weapon. Carlton was a married mother of 9 children.
Yeah, she's somebody, according to the LA Times and other reporting, that was very outspoken for her advocacy and allyship for the LGBTQ community. So much so that some people had warned her in the neighborhood about that flag, and it might draw negative attention to her, but she believed in it, believed in the message. And now her family getting support from Governor Gavin Newsom and a lot of different folks all up and down the state.
So look, based on the facts as we know them now, this is a horrifying tragedy. It's an attack on pluralism. It's an attack on free speech. It's an attack on true tolerance. It's an attack on American values, where we're supposed to be able to live side by side, live and let live, and disagree peaceably. But there's more to this story, and unfortunately, it's already being weaponized by hyper-partisans to attack their political opponents. Here's more information from the fallout.
Since her death on Friday, people have been dropping by her store, leaving flowers and also pride flags in defiance. People tell us she was a ray of sunshine. In fact, the sign in her door reads, "Peace begins with a smile." She's also being remembered as an ally of the LGBTQ community.
This is the most idiotic, stupid thing that anybody has ever done.
A heartbroken former employee of Lori Carlton is trying to make sense of the senseless. The 66-year-old mother of 9 was gunned down, deputies say, over a dispute about the pride flag outside her Cedar Glen store.
They think that by killing a very sweet and giving and loving woman who did nothing wrong to anybody, but only supported everybody in need in her life, by killing that, they're somehow going to make America great again. Well, when you believe that, America has no chance of ever being great again.
The sheriff's department says this man, Travis Ikaguchi, was the killer. His posts on social media include this one of a burning rainbow flag.
Investigators determined prior to the shooting that Ikaguchi tore down a pride or rainbow flag that was hanging in front of the Magpie store and yelled many homophobic slurs toward Carlton.
You'd think that we could just condemn this tragedy, mourn Laura's loss, and move on as a society. But in 2023, you would be wrong. A really grotesque social media blame game ensued in the aftermath of this tragedy, where people were trying to blame Laura's death on all Republicans or specific conservative commentators who they say are anti-LGBT, like Matt Walsh, who the shooter may have followed. and others used it to spin really dishonest and inaccurate narratives about the state of the LGBT community in America today. For example, let me read you a tweet from The Office actor Rainn Wilson. He writes, "This is why we need to stand up with our LGBTQ friends at all costs. The atmosphere of hate and violence, fueled by political rhetoric, is literally killing people." Similarly, actor George Takei writes that this is the result of the hate they spew. An innocent woman, a gentle and loving soul, has lost her life. My heart aches for her family in the wake of this horrific murder. Those responsible go beyond the murderer. Every anti-LGBTQ politician, bigoted pundit, and right-wing hate-monger has Laura Carlton's blood on their hands. These are just a few of many social media posts attempting to shift the blame from the shooter to broadly people who are critical or are anti-LGBTQ in the eyes of progressives. And I hate this so much, it's hard for me to even put it into words. They might not realize it, but in weaponizing this tragedy and trying to blame their political opponents, they're literally letting the shooter off the hook. You're saying that it's actually the fault of other people for words they said, even though they never told them to do anything like this. No, you can't find any clip of Matt Walsh saying people should go shoot someone who flies a pride flag. Doesn't exist. They're saying still, though, that the Matt Walshes and Ron DeSantis of the world, who they view as anti-LGBT, rightly or wrongly, that's their opinion,
and I gotta
are
throw
partly
more
to
in the
blame for
tub.
this, having blood on their hands. Well, if
It's
they're
just like
partly to
fancy
blame for this, that means the
yoga
shooter
pose.
isn't 100%
You gotta be
responsible.
gentle.
You're divorcing from him the full blame of his actions when it was him and him alone who committed this atrocity. Millions of other people saw Matt Walsh's tweets or heard Ron DeSantis' speeches and didn't go out and commit any unhinged evil crimes. This
No.
disturbed man chose to do this. He and he alone is responsible for that choice, and they don't realize it, but in trying to shift blame to people on the right, they are literally shifting it away from the actual criminal and making excuses for a sick murderer, shifting the blame onto other people. I find that really gross.
I
And
wasn't
this
sure
whole
if I was
thing
going to pick a
is such a
ruby or
destructive mindset, right?
I
Because
went
they
with
would
the
never
ruby.
want
I'm not
this
really
standard
happy
applied
with
to
it,
their
but
side. For example, a
this
few
one will
years
get
back,
better.
an unhinged Bernie Sanders
I have more,
supporter
though.
tried to assassinate multiple
wanna make
Republican
more.
politicians, including Steve Scalise and Rand Paul, when he went and shot up the congressional baseball game training they were having. To be clear, that was in no way, shape, or form Bernie Sanders' fault, or Democrats' fault more broadly, even though they have harshly demonized Republicans as wanting to take away people's health care, as wanting to enact policies that will kill people or are policy violence, all sorts of radical things they've said about Republicans. And yet, they've never advocated for direct violence against these people, so they're not responsible when a lunatic fan out there goes and commits some. But the twisted standard that progressives are using to pin the actions of one evil shooter onto people on the right more broadly, exactly that same standard, if applied to their own side, would mean that many Democratic politicians have blood on their hands. Do you see why I think it's so defeatist and dishonest to play this game at all? There's also a narrative being spun, particularly on TikTok, that suggests that shows how dangerous America is now for the LGBT community.
So apparently now in the United States, it's a death sentence to even fly the pride flag.
Being an ally to the LGBTQ plus community in America could cost you your life.
Nope. We live in a country of 330 million people, a vast and diverse country with horrible and amazing things happening every day and all across different parts of this nation. There are always going to be, no matter how much progress we make as a society, horrifying, disturbing, and anecdotes that pull at the heartstrings. They are real, yes, but they don't actually tell us anything about trends overall or the state of America. It is not fact-based to extrapolate about trends in a country or crime trends based on one anecdote without any data, ever, no matter which side is doing it. So it's really disheartening to see progressive TikTokers using this to scare people when they're not actually tethered to the facts. But my heart goes out to Laura Carlton's family, and this is just such a tragedy. I just hope we can continue to progress as a nation and move towards more tolerance and learning how to disagree peacefully while living together side by side. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want the government or big corporations creeping on my browsing history or my search history. I also want to access content from around the world and not be throttled based on my location. That's why I use Atlas VPN. You can join me and protect your privacy and get many other benefits by going and using the link in the description below to sign up for Atlas VPN Premium. Summer deal available for a limited time is the ridiculously low price of just $1.83 a month with 3 months extra thrown in and a 30-day money-back guarantee. This is the best VPN deal on the market. It not only protects your privacy, but also helps stop ads and malware and notifies you when someone's trying to steal your data. It also protects an unlimited number of devices and can help you get the best deals on your subscriptions. If you want to help support me and the work I'm doing here on damage control, go to the link in the description below and sign up for Atlas VPN. You'll be glad you did. Alright, well up next, Brazil just enacted disturbing hate speech laws that crack down on speech against the LGBT community, and some progressive commentators and media are cheering this.
This is interesting because we are facing legislation and oh my god, I just did find a book. Ironically enough. God, you can plan it. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna pause it for one little moment because I found this book. No, wrong way. Go Beyond Carnival, Male Homosexuality in 20th Century Brazil. Huh. Nobody's. Well, if you see, well, there could be. It's like I've kind of made a lot of friends but yeah, it's so funny when like you've been going through a book about this and then you come across a news article like yeah, this is like so heavy to unpack. I do not want to bore you with like university level stuff when I'm trying to keep it PG-13. But this is a good book. James N. Green, Beyond Carnival. I've been going through it. It's an interesting take. So it's kind of funny. Like I'm not in school for this. I've just found the book and was curious and started going through it because a lot of it aligns with some of the dynamics of our current situation. That's a good way to put it. So we'll go back to him.
This kind of Orwellian development.
A 9-1 ruling, Brazil's Supreme Court has ruled that homophobic hate speech is now punishable by prison. The ruling puts homophobic hate speech at the same legal level as racist hate speech, which was already punishable by prison in the country. This comes the same week as we got news that a woman in California was murdered because she displayed a pride flag.
Gay?
And yet police
and you
and
call
the local
someone
police department have said that they're not sure if they can categorize that crime as a hate crime. When you don't categorize hate for what it is, it allows it to spread.
So, as you noticed with that TikToker, she seems to be suggesting that this is somehow a sign that Brazil is more sophisticated or advanced than the United States. It's actually the opposite. But she wasn't alone. Pink News, the left-wing LGBTQ media outlet, called this fantastic news in a tweet thread reporting on the news and heralding it as a positive development. Nope, not great news. It's actually kind of insane and Orwellian. Look, I'm a gay man, and obviously I think homophobia is wrong. But I don't want to live in a world where the government is locking people up for the things they say. No social justice cause is important enough to set that kind of precedent or enable that kind of government overreach. Who gets to decide what's hateful anyway, or what's anti-LGBTQ, or what's homophobic? Because it seems like those words are entirely subjective, and frankly, just about everything gets labeled as some form of bigoted now when progressives suddenly decide they no longer agree with it. I've literally seen people argue that the fact that I wouldn't date somebody who has a vagina is transphobic. Should I go to jail for just saying that now on my YouTube channel or my podcast? Apparently Pink News thinks so, and some other progressives are on board with this. I just find it batshit insane, to be honest, and find it really disturbing that anyone who calls themselves progressive or liberal would ever support something like this. It's so short-sighted, too, because when you actually fail to protect minority viewpoints or dissident speech in society, that's actually not a progressive outcome at all. To understand why, just go back and look at the history of the gay rights movement. I mean, the initial people advocating for gay rights were viewed as fringe and radical, as hateful or extreme by the most of society. If they had been locked up or imprisoned for speaking out, we would not have had the progress and the widespread acceptance of LGBT that we have today. But this time, they're 100% sure they're right about everything, so we can go ahead and lock up the bad people with the bad ideas and the bad speech. Sorry, but count me and any sane-thinking LGBT person out of this insane movement. Up next, a public library in California kicked out and interrupted speakers who were critical of transgender athletes in women's sports because they didn't like the way they were talking about the issue. Check out this video from the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression for more analysis on this situation.
I asked you to leave earlier, so I'm still following you with that. Okay.
Why was there?
No, you were misgendering.
Hi, I'm Aaron Tur. I'm the Director of Public Advocacy at FIRE. Today we're going to review footage from an incident that took place at the Yolo County Library in California on August 20th.
Allowing biological men in women's sports does not create an equal playing field, but instead robs young biological girls of their athletic aspirations. When I played college soccer, my freshman year,
President and patron is not welcome in Taylor.
Why am I being asked to leave?
This is blatant viewpoint-based censorship by the Yolo County Library manager, and it violates the First Amendment. When the government creates space for the public to engage in expressive activity, it can't then restrict access to that space based on the views of the speaker. And that's exactly what happened here. The Yolo County Library made this meeting room available for community groups to use to host their own events. But when speakers at this Moms for Liberty event about transgender women and sports used language and expressed viewpoints that the library manager and certain audience members disapproved of, the library manager kicked them out of the library and ultimately shut down the event. The library manager's actions violated the speaker's constitutional rights, and they're disturbing to see at a public institution that should be committed to hosting a range of ideas and perspectives and making its resources available to everyone, regardless of their viewpoints or beliefs. The Yolo County Library must commit to meeting its First Amendment obligations going forward.
So maybe I missed it in other parts of the video, but referring to a transgender woman athlete as biologically male is not misgendering. It's simply stating a fact. But even if they were misgendering, it really doesn't matter. I mean, that's part of free speech, whether you like it or not. And a public library is a government-run institution. It's funded by our tax dollars that are collected from us by force, and so it has to be open to the public, and it can't favor some ideas over others or silence some speakers while promoting others. The library doesn't have to rent out its rooms or serve as a forum for public events, but if it does choose to do that, it absolutely must allow everyone across the political spectrum to participate. That's what the First Amendment demands, and I hope they sue their ass on this one, because I think they will absolutely win. And frankly, even progressives and liberals or trans rights activists should want that outcome, because think about it flipped, right? If you are a progressive or a liberal, do you want libraries that are public libraries run by the government in localities where Republicans control the government? Do you want them to be able to throw out pro-abortion or Planned Parenthood events or block those speakers? Or, to stay on this specific issue, Do you want them to be able to block pro-trans advocacy in public forums and government events? Obviously, you don't want that. It really shouldn't be that hard to stay consistent, to support the same rights and freedoms for others that you want for yourself and your own side. But more and more, it seems like many people in this country are just failing to do that. And they want the best of both worlds. They want to silence their critics and suppress their political opponents while enjoying robust freedom of speech.
It might be
and
people who
protections
are
for
blocked.
their side, for the good guys. But it doesn't work like that, and it never will. All right, now for everybody's favorite part of the show, where I subject myself to woke LGBT TikToks and try my best.
Oh
not
no,
to
I'm
lose
sorry.
too many
I'm
brain
sorry.
cells.
I'm
Up
sorry,
first,
people.
Did you know your 4-year-old might be trans? Yeah, let's take a
No.
listen.
Yeah, your 4-year-old also might think it's a dinosaur.
A lot of people will say that it's impossible for a 4-year-old to know if they're trans
Or a unicorn,
Actually,
or
that's not
a
true.
transformer.
They know.
You
Here's
know?
why. From day one, gender
Paw
is baked
Patrol.
into everything we do. Either have a boy name or a girl name. Boy toys or girl toys. Boy clothes or girl
I never
clothes.
had boy
So
toys,
from an
like
early
girl
age,
toys.
kids
Like I had
understand the
both.
difference between boy and girl, and more importantly, which one they're expected to be. So it makes sense that if what they feel inside is different than what they're expected to be, that they might feel uncomfortable. And they might want to talk about that discomfort. And we all know that kids are good at talking about how they feel. For example, mommy, I skinned my knee. Mommy, someone called me a name.
This
on
is
the
so damn
playground. Or
creepy.
even,
Like, okay, can I
"Mommy,
just say,
I don't like wearing boy clothes."
I
These are
find
all
this so
similar
damn
feelings
creepy,
of
and I find
discomfort
it
that we
so
can talk
disturbing
about
we
to our
are
parents.
endorsing
That's not to
this.
say that all
Like, thank
kids
you
will
for
realize
this
they're
guy
transgender
to
when they're little. A
call
lot
out
don't.
some of
I
this.
didn't until I was 27, but I can't tell you how many people I've met that knew they were trans at 4
Oh
or
my
5
God,
years
this
old.
is
So if there's a kid in
grooming.
your life who's telling you they're
Grooming,
trans,
like, I
please
would,
believe them.
this
They know what they're talking
person
about.
should not
Your
be around
support
children.
might save their life.
Yeah,
Oh my
sorry,
God.
but this is
This
insane.
is so damn
In
creepy.
no other area would we be expected to just believe what a 4-year-old says
No.
and take it as gospel. Anyone who's worked or been around young children or has young children knows that they often say stuff that isn't true, and they have wild imagination.
Santa's
and they do not,
still
in
real.
fact, have a fully developed sense of self-identity by age 4. It is impossible for a 4-year-old to know conclusively that they are transgender.
I
They don't
know,
even
it's
understand the
disgusting,
concepts
like, what is
gender
going
or sex
on?
fully
Nope.
at such a young age. Now, it is absolutely true that some people who grow up to be transgender can think back and remember experiencing gender dysphoria
exactly,
and intense discomfort
exactly.
with their biological
We
sex.
all have those
way back
moments,
from when they were very young.
whether you're
I've had Blair White on
trans
this podcast, a
or
transgender YouTuber, and she
LGBT or
says she
straight.
can remember feeling
We
like
all
a
have
girl
those
as young as
moments.
5 years old.
As a
But she
kid,
definitely didn't
you
have it all
remember
figured
that
out at that
moment
young
when
age
it clicks
and did
off
for
in your
many
head,
more
there's
years.
something
The same
different.
way that as a gay person, I can remember back to being 5 or 6 and having crushes on boys at soccer camp. But I didn't really come to grips or fully
And he
understand
probably-
my sexuality until I was closer to 20 than 4. And this does not mean, which this activist is surely
No.
implying, that children, young children, and minors can consent to medically
No, he's not.
transitioning,
Nobody's
which starts as
getting
young as
bad.
11 or
You
12 when
boys sort
puberty
it out
blockers are
yourselves.
given. Because informed
I don't care.
consent in medicine requires that people are able to understand the consequences, the risks and benefits of the medical
Oh, God.
treatment they are getting. And I'm sorry, but an 11-year-old cannot understand what it means that they may be sexually infertile later in life. A minor simply can't weigh those risks, and also they might grow out of it. Many gender-confused youth, after going through puberty with their birth sex,
just
end
like-
up resolving their gender dysphoria.
just-
No longer
just
feeling that
boys,
discomfort.
both
Many
of
come
ya,
to realize that they are
settle
gender
down.
non-conforming in that they are gay or lesbian, and that's perfectly fine.
Or
But they no
in
longer
between.
experience discomfort with their biological sex, and for them to have transitioned would have been a travesty. Yet if you put them on a lifelong path to medicalization starting as young as 11
Feeding
or
Big
12,
Pharma.
that will never
Let's
happen. That will
feed that
never resolve.
billion-dollar
Of course,
industry.
I absolutely do believe that anyone who reaches adulthood and still experiences diagnosed gender dysphoria should be legally free to
Just-
transition
okay,
however
you're-
they
no.
want. But stop gaslighting
you're-
us that
fuck
4-year-olds can
No,
understand
you're in the
transgenderism
penalty
or that
box,
minors
idiot.
can consent to life-altering sex changes. We're not buying it.
Oh,
All
I'm
right,
taking
up
away
next,
the-
this trans TikToker is arguing that trans
Yeah,
women should be
there you
allowed
go.
to use the women's bathroom. Let's hear what she had to say.
Aside from the fact that trans women are not a threat to other women in the bathroom, it is equally unsafe
you can
for
sit
both
in the
trans
corner,
women
think
and
about
cisgender
what you
women alike
said.
to go in a men's restroom. See, men don't
Yeah,
want me in the
like,
bathroom looking
don't-
like this.
don't be mean
They want
to
me to go
people
back to
just
being a man,
'cause-
and they're going to take
Yeah,
any
I'm sorry,
opportunity
D.
they can to antagonize a trans woman in an attempt to convince her to be
Sorry,
a man.
it's
So
hard
the second
trying to,
a
like,
trans woman
multitask
sets foot in a
on
men's
this and-
bathroom, she is unsafe. The second
From
any
a
woman
smart
sets
enough.
foot in a men's bathroom,
I've told
she's
you
not
that
safe.
for almost
The
a
majority of women
decade.
understand this. Out of the thousands
Like,
of bathrooms I've been in, I've only
it's
had an
amazing
issue
you're still
2
alive.
times. And despite what happened in both of those times, I would still never set foot in a men's restroom ever again.
So, some of my audience might disagree or be surprised by this, but I don't entirely disagree with this person. Firstly, I think whoever owns the bathroom should be able to set whatever rules they want for who goes in what bathroom. So, if it's a private business,
Sometimes
they should
you
be
only
able to
have one
trans people
bathroom.
allowed to use the
Deal
bathroom,
with it.
or have bathrooms where everyone has to go according to their birth sex. But if it was
Ever
me doing
living
it,
in the
and in
country
public
with
buildings, government
outhouses?
buildings, I
There's only
absolutely do
one
think that bathrooms should
bathroom,
be
and
open
it
to
definitely
transgender
is
adults who
gender
have actually
neutral.
transitioned and legally
Like-
changed their gender. I do have sympathy for women who feel unsafe or uncomfortable with this concept, but I'm not sure that fear is really rooted in reality. It's not that violent incidents or
It's more
assaults
the
never
change
happen in
rooms.
bathrooms. They do, although
Like
they are
a
rare.
lot of
It's that anyone
trans
who would
women
commit an
who
assault or an abuse
they
in the
just want to
women's
go
room
in
wouldn't
and out
be
and
deterred
be
by
safe.
rules stating they're not allowed in that bathroom. So you would just be punishing all the law-abiding trans people who are no threat to women at all out there.
You're
I also
on
think
my
it
other
creates other problems.
God
to have
damn
a
it.
fully transitioned transgender woman who passes as a woman
You were a
forced
sneaky one,
legally
Chroma,
to go to the men's
because-
room. Now that would be awkward and uncomfortable, and try explaining that to a kid. I do get that this is a complicated discussion, but I also feel like it's made into a much bigger issue than it needs to be.
Okay.
It's become a culture war flashpoint, trans bathrooms and bathroom bills and all this. But for a long time before any of this was talked about, remember to drop your comment and leave a super
Okay,
thanks
we're just
of
gonna
$5
yeah,
or
we're gonna.
more,
I
and
think
I will read
we're
your
done
comment
with that
at the end
one.
of next week's show.
We're done
everybody
with that one. I'm just gonna okay. Have you ever grown up on a farm? Well, he never has. Like, it's a long story. Just bye-bye. We're gonna go on to the next one. You can find the end of that clip on my blog. That's a cute photo. I'll show this. Let me grab it off the fridge. I show it sometimes. I totally I remember this photo being taken. I remember so much about this time. Let's pull it up big. I was just excited. It's like, oh, I'm a baby. It's a baby. Get it? No, I even remember. I'm gonna be doing farm work soon. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, the fires aren't putting the trees behind. Hopefully not. I love that one. My little snowsuit. It was probably minus 20, minus 30. We were way up north in Alberta. I think when you're a kid, you grow up with things, even though you don't think it hits you, it'll hit you. And I'm gonna pull up the next one. Oh, go fuck off, Chroma. Okay, now you go back to the fucking penalty box. Don't insult my guests. Like what, you jelly? Just because, like, you have no idea even, Chroma.
What would the motivations be for Gen Z joining the military outside of
this one's interesting?
Are you ready to die for abortion? Private, are you committed to spreading the United States of degeneracy?
Because this is what day one looks like now. You think of,
I saw this TikTok, had to share. You got this young fellow, Gen Z.
I won't get a strike for this one.
Why people, Gen Z doesn't want to join the military. Some of the points I've heard from you guys in the comments, the video I did about the guy in Poland trolling the soldiers, I know what it is. Stand by. Let's see if we can dissect it. They have too much information. Let's go.
if I were to die, I'm still going to be alive on the internet.
I'm in the ghetto. Does this uniform make me look thick? Wait, where's my phone? I got a drink.
I'll give you some context before we get into the young fella. Glad you're here. Welcome back to Jameson's Travels. So, I don't know if it's a skit. It's the real army. You see so many TikToks that don't make the military look good. Now, I get it. Young people are going to have fun. But if you're an employer, what do you want your employee making your company look stupid? I don't know.
This? Renegade. Oh, grenade. It's fucking hot out here. Where's the AC? Let's break. Wait, I don't have my gun! Attention! Sir, Private August. Yes, sir. My parents raised me a John Buccaneer. Just how we like it, Private. Private, are you ready to die for pride parades in Kiev? Are you ready to die for our greatest ally, Private? Private, are you willing to die to maintain the sovereign state of Israel?
I've heard this a lot in the comments over the years. All of these statements could be fringe, but I've heard thousands of times from Gen Z saying this. So I don't know how much a Gen Z that's eligible to go in thinks this, because the patriotism, you did build that, I was never proud of America, is gone. So now it's just a job. You're not going in thinking, I'm coming to make this into an adventure, grow up. Because we're going to get to an army vet, looks like, talking about this, like, why would Gen Z join? You saw him at the beginning. He's got some interesting points. Stand by.
Are you willing to die for the revision of sodomy laws? What about abortion, Private? Are you ready to die for abortion? Private, are you committed to spreading the United States of degeneracy?
I don't know what you can argue with this kid now, what we see with our own eyeballs, right? Do you want to send your young son to Ukraine right now? You saw what happened 20 years in the desert. We left, come back with what? I mean, I don't even see oil being cheaper. You'd think there'd be something, right? Do I feel safer after 20 years, after 9/11? 9/11, we had a record group of people who joined, right? They were patriotic. And you look back, 22 years later, and you go, it swung the other direction.
Every single dark part of this world. I'm talking about transhumanism in Sweden and child bottom surgery in Portugal. Sir, yes, sir.
Not me being dramatic. Girl, guess what? I just got kidnapped.
Think about it. You're a young man, you want to test your metal, and then you see these kind of things. Sure, it's a skit, but some of these aren't skits. I don't know what's going on, but you see these people make it look stupid. It's not helpful at all. Again, we're going to get to the army guy talking about why would Gen Z join? He's got some good points.
I'm calling you through my Apple Watch. So, where are the bathrooms? I'm not using those. Actually, my pronouns are hot, sexy, and obviously we're getting attacked. Oh, that's not really.
Now, is the pronoun theater, the Sunny and Brave trans people, all that, is that helping recruiting? Are we getting a mass influx of people that are transgender joining the military? Does it help? I mean, if it does help, I go, okay, you're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think all the things combined, and now Gen Z's got all this information at their fingertips. They can see it with their own eyes.
Thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey Siri, call an Uber. And then he took off his mask and...
Hey, we're drafting you to the army.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Oh, hell no. But look, you get to become TikTok famous.
I think there's some people really joining the Instagram, the TikTok. I didn't grow up with any of it, so maybe it's a thing. And maybe it's a good thing. They want to go in and they love it and they become lifers, right? I don't know that's the case, though. because it's not even as good as the TikToks look, and they're sitting around, hurry up and wait. Come in on weekends and clean the squad bay or the barracks, and they're bitter.
So I've been spending some time thinking about this for a little while. I want to understand, what would the motivations be for Gen Z joining the military outside of, being an influencer or being viral on TikTok?
That's a real question. I don't know. When I heard this, I saw the young man doing the skit, making fun of why he wouldn't join. The Israel comment, the abortion, the bottom surgeries. He's this guy. Looks like he's in, I'm guessing, the Army. I couldn't find an answer to that question. Family tradition, maybe. Maybe they want to go in and test their metal, and they're going to go in and try to go SF or something, or recon or something along those lines. I don't know.
Do they find free college appealing? Do they find free room and board appealing? Do they find free medical care appealing? Like, what are the reasons why Gen Z is interested in joining the military? I genuinely want to know.
I don't think they find any of that appealing. They go into debt they're never going to pay off. They're forced to get health insurance, often with a subsidy. Right? They don't have a good job. Through Obamacare. The pride element of this has been destroyed by the brass, the patriotic element. So what's left? It's a shitty job you have very little control over in their mind, in Gen Z's mind. You see where I'm going with this?
If you're in Gen Z and you're thinking about joining the military, let me know in the comments what your reasoning for it is, because I'm genuinely curious. I'd love to know.
Now, I looked in this guy's comments. I'll link to these videos below. And most of the comments didn't have a lot of views. It's short. It's on YouTube. Were people going in. They weren't people not going in with why they wouldn't go in. You guys are Gen Z, comment why you're going in, why you're not going in. But I don't know what the real draw is now, because after 9/11, people are patriotic. You got people fired up. And before, like in my time frame, you didn't have all this information. You didn't really know, and I had a family history of it, so you kind of went in for different reasons. Now you look at this, would you have your kid go in? Your little brother, you say, hey, you should go in. Here's my take. And if you go on purpose, you're not going to be doing something boring, sit back in garrison.
God.
It'll be a good adventure for you. Likelihood of you getting blown up overseas is probably slim at this point. You're more likely to die in a DUI car crash. If you go in wanting to get something out of it, right? You go into Space Force and you're some sort of satellite guy. But it's hard. There's so many other options now. When you've degraded it, you pulled it down. You have had MS2 moms, had all these things. Young kids that are trolls, the Reddit crowd, they could go in. They could actually be authorized to go in. They pass the test, don't want to do it anymore. Let me know in the comments.
Wow. What's the next one? This is getting exciting. I know. I kind of set them up, but sometimes it's just organic. That one turned out so good. And it actually looks like a real photograph. Like, this is it, like, it's what I've always dreamed of. Like, to be able to turn, to just shift your artwork into, and having this little detail of the pen. Yeah, I just wish he'd get off our money. Like, really, like, Howard Charles's ear is going to fit on the coin. The toonie is huge enough already. Are we going to, like, how is this going to fit into vending machines? I don't know. I am, like, and to me, he will never be my king. Hey, if it was William, no problem. Harry, not so much. I'd still deal with it. But Chucky, no, he can go fucky himself. That's how I feel about it. Like, if this is a chain of command, I will deal with it until he is gone. But I do not agree with it. And you're allowed to say that. But that one turned out really good. Oh, that one, it's actually, it's only age restricted because it's from a pub. And So if there was anything there, or also it's someone just casually going through my site or anything, like they have to make the extra effort and be verified. That one turned out awesome. See, this is like what I was sort of thinking for the last images. Like, okay, this one's a good. I'm not going to get into that one. I wish I blew this one up. Like, and this is the one I did as my intro. I just, sometimes they don't always show up as big as I want on the blog. I'm still trying to work on that. Oh, this is, okay. This is an amazing article, video. Holy fuck, I'm amazed he's still alive sort of videos. I'm going to pull this up.
That's me running towards the satanic temple of the evil billionaire Jeffrey Epstein on his private island swarming with security. Oh my god, we're being detected. Shoot me if you dare! What are you hiding, Epstein?
This is so damn creepy.
It is the U.S. Virgin Islands. Epstein, where are you? So the first part of this scheme was to get our hands on 2 jet skis while being goofy tourist vloggers asking if there were any nearby islands we should take a look at while we toured the ocean. Should we go through Little James and Big James, or those no-nos?
No go.
They'll shoot us. What will happen?
Somebody's island.
Oh, it's privately owned.
Yeah.
By the government?
No, private.
What would happen? Not that we would ever do that.
I don't know, but you don't want to find out?
Easy. We're good then.
You watch Netflix a lot, right?
No.
It's good for you.
Okay, all right. Captain Isaac, we're out. Okay, we're gonna go straight there and then right. I'm on the jet ski. We have this for like 5 hours. We need to do this quick before we get detected by authorities and our jet ski guys, because they're super sussed out by me. We're headed to Epstein's Island. What could go wrong? And after 15 minutes of driving this jet ski like Tom Cruise, I had made it to Epstein Island. Little James. We made it. You can see the temple. I don't know who's there, what security measures they're taking. There's probably government watching, and there might be personal security.
No,
on
this
the island.
is
As
so
I got
creepy.
closer
There
to
was
the
like
island, it was
one
clear I
moment
wasn't
in
alone.
this,
Okay,
and
made
this
it to
isn't
the
a long
island.
video.
Look at
It's
that
only
sign.
like 8
Private
minutes,
property,
9 minutes.
No trespassing. And there
But
is Epstein
he hits a
Island. Little
point,
James.
and
There's a boat
I
on
literally
that
like
right now.
jumped out
Question
of my
is, who could
seat,
it be
like
and why? There's
the
literally someone
zombies
right
were
there on
coming,
the
or
island.
just
We have more
like
people.
out
Look,
of.
the whole operation
And this
out
is
here.
real.
Look at
It
this.
just
A golf
was
cart.
like,
People that work here.
fuck.
We have a dog.
And this
Who
is
this
dumber
man?
than toast to
Okay, another
do,
person,
but
bigger woman and her
he-
dog. Probably
he
security or
trains for
maintenance,
this.
but hired by who? A new owner? The government? I'm
like
not sure.
this
It turns
is.
out Epstein's
Let's see if I
Island
get a
is for
strike
sale
for
by
this one.
Epstein's estate for over $125
I'd laugh if it was-
Why is there
if it
still
was
so
from
much
him,
security
but-
on the island if he's dead? And what are the owners of
I
Epstein's
know, I
Island
know.
still hiding?
It-
Are they headed in my direction? This is a little bit eerie. They're a giant woman, and now they are leaving. We're gonna have to do
It's
something else.
Oprah!
We're gonna have to do this quick.
That could have been Oprah.
Out, or we're gonna get shot.
That's
up.
where she
Us gonna
is.
Whip out the drone.
We
see how many
found her.
people are on the island itself. I've already
She
seen
burned
4
Hawaii,
people
and then
launch
it's
the
like,
drone.
yeah, we're gonna go like camp out on Kitty
Now,
Land.
while at first it seems like a normal island a billionaire might abandon,
that's
once the drone
not
flies
a
a little
normal
closer, you
island.
begin to notice these carts driving across the island. But who are they?
Wow.
And what are they protecting? And then, once the drone started getting closer to the temple, this weird white building on the highest point of the island, where
This
people
is
believe
so
it was
cringe.
used for evil satanic
This-
rituals, our drone began to experience unexplainable signal interference. All right, signal interference. We lost it, so we've lost the drone. They've interfered with the drone. They don't have control. Now, it's important to note that in the last known footage of this temple, the temple was painted in this blue gold pattern, and there's a giant sundial adjacent to it. This now means that the sundial was recently removed, and the temple was completely repainted white. So the question is, what are they covering up? And then I saw this. Big guy building right there. Look, literally right there. Look. Yep, there's another golf cart coming this way. Oh, it's going to get the drone. Okay, don't get caught, Pasha. There he is. There he is. Who is this
Fuck,
man?
man.
Who is this man
Like,
right
this
there?
is
We're gonna storm the
so-
beach like Normandy right now, get on the island, and hopefully not get shot.
I can't
while we're
believe these
After
guys
barely
did
pulling
this.
the drone back in after losing
I
signal
don't know
and
if it was
confirming this
staged
place
or
was
not,
swarming
but-
with what we believe to be armed security. It was time to storm the beach like Normandy. There's the temple! And that was exactly where I was headed.
mysterious stairway, almost like it's inviting us to enter. Okay, we have another no trespassing sign right there. No trespassing sign right there.
And after a full peripheral scope of the island, it was now time to infiltrate.
All right, go. Pray for me.
I'm on the island. The temple's behind me. Go straight for the temple. There's the arches right there. See what I see? They're running out. They won't fucking turn.
I had made it to the beach undetected, and I was headed towards the temple. Now, with this temple as the source of the signal interference, it was only logical that there might be something hiding there waiting for me to find. And keep in mind, this is a rough map of the island, and right now I'm here, and this is where I'm headed, forcing me to essentially sneak up a cliff to hopefully avoid security.
Don't get fucking arrested. Jesus Christ. I'm using all the skills I learned from playing video games right now. I'm atop the hill. We have not been detected yet, which is surprising. There's the drone in the air. There's Tyler.
And my basic strategy here is to find something to hide behind, regain my breath, and then run as fast as I can, slowly making progress to the temple and avoiding security along the way.
My cardio is gassed. I'm gonna keep going on this road. Looks like it's built for go-karts. Let's keep going. We're going for it, baby. We've been detected. We've gotten to the side. I've not been detected yet. I see this. Looks like an unfinished home. With that right there, I'm getting cooked out in the sun to the temple. What's this? Keep us in water. Yeah. Slowly but surely. Yeah, we're going up. We're going up. There's the temple. I might just climb up the hill and see if I can get it. Okay, let's do this. Once I go up there, I'm screwed. I don't want to get shot. It should probably be loud.
And with my massive calves, I scaled up the side of a literal mountain to Epstein's temple, still somehow undetected.
Undetected this far still. You think they'd buy security cameras or something?
With only the open road standing between me
Oh,
and
just
the temple,
wait.
it was time to go for it.
Just wait.
We made it to the temple. We made it to the temple. Undetected this far. This is the temple where crazy stuff went down. Look at this. Look at this. Blocked off by steel. Blocked off by wood. Pasha. Over there. Come on, Tyler. God, if you're alive, protect me. In through there. Weaved my way all the way up to here. Look at this. There's a giant cliff here, by the way. Giant cliff, and then everything's boarded off. The entire place looks to be repainted. It used to be blue and yellow. A ladder right here, almost as if they just repainted the place. It is literally pure white now. Someone took a dump right there. This is the place where evil things went down. In this temple right here, there used to be a fire right here. Maybe where they burn people alive or not. I've gotten up here successfully, undetected. There's no, what is that? There's like a speaker right there. But beyond that, seems to be low-level security right now. Okay, there's a sailboat coming in right there. That's not what we want to see. Right now, it's a race against time. Hopefully, I don't get in jail. Horrid things
This
like that.
one is
Look at all these
nuts.
benches. Very out of place benches, right? You have benches right here, bench right there, bench right there.
This
bench right
guy
there.
is
Wait, that
nuts.
makes no
Like,
sense. I'm gonna go back
never
down, see if we
do
can
this.
examine the
Do
estate.
not
This
go
time I
there
might have to
because
blitzkrieg.
you will
Now I
get
see the
shot.
rock. My hands are really falling off. Looks like an unfinished construction pathway. I see what's inside.
Right.
I don't know where all the security went. I've yet to remain detected. They might be on their lunch break, boozing out right now. I just can't breathe. Behind this rock. Behind this giant. Oh my god. I don't like that rock. It appears to be. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Listen.
No, just wait for it. There's like this one part, and I almost thought this was staged. Nope, this is like run. Nope, go fast. Don't do this.
As I ran away from security, I saw this.
Oh no.
This part is so fucking creepy.
Now, security was right behind me, going full speed in my direction.
Oh no. Can't stop.
I can't exactly understand what they're saying, but they're screaming at me the whole time.
No, they tell him to dump his. Yeah, pause that video. No, we're good. We're good. No, pause that video.
We made it down here. Once we get to the beaches, we're good. A brand new pool right here. We seeing this? Security behind me. They're not as fast as me though.
This is so fucked up. Like how, like.
He's coming.
As I began to run away, Pasha notices this, pulls the drone in, and begins zooming over on his jet ski to pick me up, right as I unknowingly approach a cliff. And at this moment, it looked like I had no choice but to jump.
It seems really staged, but everyone knows what's going on.
You can't see back to the I'm going into the water. Pasha needs to pick me up.
Hi, buddies!
Okay, get into the water.
Good to see you, boys.
I'm swimming as fast as I can. Waiting for Pasha to pick me up. Come on, Pasha. Shoot me if you dare! I'm in international waters! What are you hiding, Upston? What are you hiding, Upston? What are you hiding? Wait, my Pasha, let me get away. There's Pasha with the jet ski. That's my getaway jet ski. We're getting out of here. Alright, we're making out. We're gonna tip. Alright, easy. They thought they could get me. Now grab the ammo. Alright, go. We escaped with all the footage. I breathe air. You stop.
But as we zoomed back and made our way to the airport, I saw this. I think we're being followed by a Fed right now.
Yeah, eh? Like, I don't know how much of that is, like, obviously it's a lot of dramatization. But at the same time, if they, like, what happened there? And why are we protecting people who hurt kids? I don't get it. Yeah, see, it takes a lot. It takes so much. Like, my whole phone bill has doubled doing the AI art. It's like, but it's so worth it. It means so much to me to keep doing it. It just drains so fast. Okay, that's CT. How long is that one? Oh, God, no. Which one is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that one yet. I still have, because I have beautiful people like this woman.
How did this woman's vegan diet end her life? Yana Samsonova was a huge advocate of an extreme vegan raw diet where she only ate exotic fruits, sprouts, sunflower seeds, and fruit smoothies. She was constantly talking about the health benefits of this diet, but her neighbors became concerned about her being ever increasingly thin. Now, many people have blamed a vegan diet for her family's loss, but it's likely she had an extreme eating disorder called orthorexia. There were some other pretty big clues that her mental health was suffering, as
obviously.
A week before her life ended, she actually wrote on Instagram, "Life is meaningless, but it's worth living as long as you recognize it's meaningless." Another strong reminder that fad diets have very real consequences.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Just that one's cool, but it's almost like, yeah, it's pretty close, but it's not what my prompt was supposed to be. See, this is more what my prompt was supposed to be. So, you know, AI, I really appreciate your effort with this one, but this is what I wanted. Please, you know, smarten up in the future. That's a good reading. She turned out cute. Oh, this is good. Yeah, how long is this one? 5.
Let's bring in a defender of faith in Canada around the globe, Pastor Archer Plowski. Welcome back to Victory News, sir.
Thank you so much for having me back on your show.
I want to ask you about the story that we just heard, where rumors of an Orthodox Jewish community turned to conservative candidates the past few years in elections in New York. And now the effort of the state and the city to exert control on those Jewish schools as a response to failing supporting Democrats. Should a religious school have to follow secular state curriculum?
No, what we are observing right now is an attempt of taking over, indoctrinating. I mean, you got to remember, tyrants hate competition. So people of religion, people that believe in God, are an immediate threat to the governments. I grew up behind the Iron Curtain under the boots of the Soviets, communists and socialists, and they absolutely were doing everything in their power to eliminate any form of faith. Your faith, according to them, is it must be directed at the state. You are to worship the state. You are to obey without questioning the state. So any religion, anyone that dares to say, hey, but there are higher laws, higher standards, it becomes immediately a target.
Yeah, you know firsthand what starts with the Jewish schools will end up being the Christian schools as well. Now, you posted a powerful video on social media challenging Canada's, quote, new saviors in elected office. Here's a short clip of it.
Show me one politician right now in the country, one, either MLA or member of parliament, that's actually standing for the people. Just one, anyone? Just one, please?
You say all Canadians who are fighting for citizens' freedoms are under attack from the government. Why are there no politicians fighting for Canada?
Well, first of all, it has become very unpopular to stand for the average Joe, for average Canadian. We are being run by elites. We're being run by globalists. So those are the young new leaders of Canada, all of them. I mean, we have one party line right now, different colors, but just one party. They're all chirping the same thing. Believe it or not, there's not one MLA or a member of parliament that is speaking for us. For the past 3 years, we have been raped repeatedly by our own government, by institutions, justice system, education system, healthcare system, and yet no one is standing up for us. So either they're bought or blackmailed. I had people in the House suggesting that 86% of Canadian politicians are either bribed or blackmailed as we speak right now. So the reaction, the situation here, it proves that.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing in America as well. Now tell us about Street Church and what you're doing and how the Lord is using that.
Well, very early on, I started to work with the homeless people. I was a businessman, and I decided that I cannot live just for myself. And I knew how to organize an organization that would actually save lives. So we took it to the streets. We created a church for the homeless people. It's called Street Church. We feed thousands of people. And actually, believe it or not, it was that activity that got me in trouble over and over again. 340 citations, 16 arrests, and over 120 court cases because the government was demanding that I stop taking care of the homeless. I stop telling them the messages of hope.
Wow. To that point, do you think Canadians will change the declining course you're seeing with their vote at the ballot box, and can it be done at the ballot box?
Yes, eventually. I mean, through the hardship. I remember years ago, God spoke to me and said, they rejected my love, my mercy, my grace, but I will have my revival, but it will come through the fire. When he said that, I immediately knew Canadians are going to be hurting. Canadian economy is collapsing. Fiat currency is collapsing. People are losing homes every day. 25% of Canadians are about to lose their homes. So I believe through the hardship, they will start crying out to God and replace the evil people in political arena for someone that will actually work for them and not against them.
You certainly are leading that cause, Pastor. Pastor Arthur, back to you in just a moment. Mike, I want to encourage you to something now. Every time you find money laying around, pick it up and do that very thing. Do I trust you today? Place your trust in God, not in the government. He's the one that has the answers. The government does not. Let me give you a verse for this. Proverbs
I just gotta
3,
time it now.
verse 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your understanding, and all your ways acknowledge Him.
That kind of went
somewhere
else.
Your path. Pastor Arthur in Canada, he trusts
Amen.
God. You should too. 877-281-6297 is the phone number. 877-281-6297.
So if you need prayers, I think
Lord,
we all do.
trust you today. We trust you. We trust you.
Amen.
Thank you in Jesus' mighty name. They put that
In
man in
Jesus'
prison.
name, amen. Okay, that was. I know that's going to make a lot of people who are not into theology uncomfortable, but it's important to me. And so that's why I included it in my stream. And it's my stream, not yours. So that one, I like that. It's almost like armor. But also, like, there's still the distortion of, it's the way I do the prompts, it gets confused. Oh, this one's kind of sad, but it's, you know, not everyone who's homeless is bad, you know?
I've learned to lose, you can't afford to. I'm not sure to stop you bleeding, but nothing ever stops you leaving. Like it like, say it like it like that, like it like that. Like it like, say it like it like that, like it like that.
Okay, sorry about that. I just had to flip things over. Trying to multitask here, folks. Let's go for the next one. There's some good ones coming up. Let's just change the settings. Sorry, I had to, like, I'm trying to multitask on laundry. I really am. I'm not gonna, like, show it all to you because some of you would probably want to steal it. It'd be creepy. It is creepy. I like her. I mean, it's pretty vanilla, but it's not a bad one. Like, I keep trying to, like, some of these ones, it's the same prompt, but then it's, oh, this one's sad. This one is horrible, and this happened 2 days ago.
Yes, and court documents say before the deadly stabbing, the suspect was fighting with his wife, claiming he was afraid she would file for divorce and take his money. His stepdaughter, Angelina Tran, intervened, trying to save her mother, but it ultimately cost her life. Angelina would have started her last year of college right here at the University of Washington this fall. Honoring the life of Angelina Tran, her loved ones started a fundraiser to support the National Asian Pacific Center on Aging. Money raised will support her passion helping the elderly now that the young woman they cherished most is gone.
Domestic violence homicides are extremely concerning.
In the kitchen of the Seattle home is Nick Chow on August 7th, 2023. This is surveillance video obtained in a public records request from the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. It shows Chow's wife approaching him moments before police say he begins punching her at least 15 times in the face.
This individual not only attacked his wife, but stabbed his stepdaughter multiple times, resulting in her death.
Chow is now charged for the death of Angelina, his stepdaughter, accused of stabbing her more than 100 times. The prosecutor's office says the murder was recorded on home surveillance cameras.
The murder appeared to be the result of anger at his stepdaughter for intervening in the defendant's attack on her mother.
On the morning of the attack, court documents say Angelina was awakened by the sounds of Chow beating her mother in the kitchen. Angelina grabbed her stepfather to intervene so her mother could escape and call for help. Court documents say investigators reviewed the surveillance video showing Chow grab a kitchen knife and repeatedly stab Angelina in the chest until she fell to the ground. Detectives say Chow continued stabbing Angelina even after she appeared lifeless. But the violence did not stop there. Court documents say Chow paused the attack several times, once to change clothes because of all the blood, then again to grab a meat cleaver and tried to find his wife who was hiding. Prosecutors say when police arrived at the home, Chow was still armed with a knife and admitted to officers that he intended to kill his wife if he had found her. Now locked up in King County Jail, a judge set his bail at $5 million.
This individual represented a
Put them in general, let nature take care of itself.
Human-centered design and engineering at the University of Washington. She's
Wow.
remembered as a student involved in several research groups and peer support for community safety. A professor wrote in a statement, Angelina was passionate about designing for accessibility and inclusivity. She was a superb student and very enthusiastic about design research. I know she will be greatly missed. And court documents say Chow was in a relationship with Angelina's mother for 19 years, and she considered him as her father. Chow is scheduled for an arraignment at King County Courts on August 31st.
Wow.
Live in Seattle, Frankie Thompson.
That's like
Fox
even
News.
worse. Like sometimes I pull these up and I don't really watch them. That was brutal. Like why do you do that? That one, I love that one. It's like one of my favorite dragon ones out of this series. Oh yeah. Aw.
And we will get back to our coverage there of the March on Washington 60 years later. But I do want to take you back to this breaking news that we have been following. If you are just joining us here on Live Now from Fox, Bob Barker, the legendary and longtime game show host for The Price is Right, has died at the age of 99. Fox News Digital spoke with his representative who did say, quote, 19-time Emmy-winning legendary television and game show host Bob Barker has died at the age of 99. Roger Neal, who served as Barker's publicist from 1987 through 94, and again from 2020, announced today on behalf of Nancy Burnett, his longtime friend. Now, TMZ is reporting that Bob Barker's death is of, quote, natural causes. The longtime host of The Price is Right got his start in game shows after legendary producer Ralph Edwards discovered him while listening to Bob's radio show and hired him for TV. Barker started off hosting the iconic hit Truth or Consequences. That was all the way back in 1956. He starred there until 1975. He also hosted a number of other game shows and programs over the years that included Dream Girl of 67, Tattletales, Miss Universe, and of course, ultimately, The Price is Right, which he produced and hosted until 2007. As many people know, he did give up his host there and pass the torch over to Drew Carey, who is still hosting, and the show is still so popular. Barker
I love
appeared in
The
a number
Price
of other
is
TV
Right.
shows
No
and films over the
shame.
years, a lot of them, like Happy
I
Gilmore, How I Met Your
okay.
Mother,
That
Futurama,
is coming up.
SpongeBob, The Nanny,
I
Martial
got
Law,
there.
pretty
The
much
Happy
a lot
Gilmore
of
one
TV
and
shows.
Happy
Now,
Gilmore
again, we are
2.
learning here
I got
that
them
the
coming up
iconic
for you
American game show host
because
and
I think
animal
we
rights
should do this
activist
as a
Bob
tribute.
Barker has
Like
died at the age of 99.
99. Like this guy had a good run.
And that he died at his home this morning in Los Angeles. It is now 1:20 on the East Coast and 10:20 on the West Coast.
He was 99. I mean, how much longer? Like, you only have so much time. Like, you know, if he made it to 99, like, he had a good run. as some of these next clips will show. I'll show. Okay, we'll show the first one first. I think we all know this one from Happy Gilmore.
I can't believe you're a professional golfer. I think you should be working at the snack bar. You better relax, Bob. There is no way that you could have been as bad at hockey as you are at golf.
Oh, now it's on. It's like he's honorary Canadian. Like yeah, because Canadians would be this dumb to do this on a golf course. We would be, yeah. And then get out. Oh.
Now you're gonna get it,
Oh God, this is such a classic scene. Everyone loves this. Everyone, you know. Yeah, yeah.
The price is wrong, bitch.
That's what you think. Especially with those golf gloves because you get a good traction on it.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough.
Nighty-night.
Bitch.
Oh, that was awesome. Now, this one was part of a charity. Hopefully, I don't get a strike for it. Since it just seems like, oh, I'll show you. I am like definitely racking it up there with these live streams, but it's fun. This one's good.
As you probably have guessed, Bob Barker and I haven't spoken with each other in
That's right. Not since Happy Gilmore. But we know that providing schools and services for people with
This one's
autism
hilarious.
is too important.
Absolutely. So I'm hanging out here with Bob, helping him with his soup while his hip heals.
I do not need your help, Adam.
You told me the soup was hot, Bob. Let me help you.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
I'm fine. But you know, you
might
are looking old.
Thanks for pointing that out.
How old are you? 60?
I think we're supposed to talk about autism, Bob.
You're looking chunkier than the soup.
That was a good one.
I guess doing all those movies without me took its toll.
Oh, that's what this is about.
If I had known that I had to toss your salad to be in another one, I would have. But Rob Schneider didn't send me the memo.
Okay. You know what? I think Price is Right is on now. We can watch that. Love the host. He's just so funny and not crotchety and angry. And
Oh!
Tell me. He's worked 25 years and never had to do the whoppity-doo, waka-waka-woo voice. You know, like a desperate idiot.
Oh, okay.
That's good, you Bobby, huh?
Still got it. Yeah.
This soup is too hot. Now you're gonna get it, Bobby. Oh! I think those balls would have been a lot lower. Hey, I need that. I'll get it back to you. Oh no, Bobby. No, it's not over yet. It's not. I can't let you die on me. I'm sorry. Come back and let me finish your ass. Oh no. You're truly number one in my book. How many fucking asparagus?
Oh my God. Oh my God. So ruthless.
Yeah.
It's all over now. Deal with it.
One of us is already 91, dummy.
Huh? What?
I could see David Spade's face when he finds out there won't be a Grown Ups 3.
Oh! 2 more seconds. To an amazing actor. Wow, prophetic.
Looks like they like the Sandman a little bit more.
Wow.
Don't you understand?
Okay, I gotta replay that. Let me just go back a second. What date did they say for Bob? Okay, we're gonna replay this. Sorry. Okay, well, I think they both outlived it.
Looks like they like the Sandman a little bit more. Thanks for playing, Bob. Don't you understand? They're applauding because you're dead.
Yeah, boy!
Oh, come on, Happy. What are you doing?
All right, go ahead. Just keep it.
Just damn it. Just damn it. Oh, well, that was awesome. He was, I know, he did a lot of movies in early Hollywood. And he was a good actor, and he was such a gracious host. I think Drew Carey has carried on his tradition well. It's hard. It's big boots to fill. That was a fun one. You know, and yeah, I just put that one up if people wanted the full scene from it, but I can't actually play it on YouTube. Sorry, dudes. But if you want to see the full, like, build up to it. Oh, Odin's Men. I think, yeah, I just played him. This is one of his things. Let's just see if I can blow this up a bit. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's bigger she's getting. There we go. Put that on there for like 30 seconds. Just so people who are slow readers can read it. YouTube has done everything to break me, including shadow banning, demonetizing, and constant hassles. The content you are used to watching is on locals. I will put it up a couple videos a week here. I appreciate all of you viewers. I break down the issues in the video below on you locals. Feel free to watch. If I add the link to the post, gets nearly no showings. Check on the channel for the locals link. There is free content there as well. So if you're not on locals, you don't have to feel obliged to. Oh, well. Here's Snarky. Post your video. No, I gave you a wrench, so post your video, and if you have more in the future, feel free. If you abuse it, I take it away, and you don't want to know where it goes. Ask Chroma, although he enjoys it. Yeah, this way, okay. Like you can share your video on there if you can find it. If you feel comfortable, don't feel obliged to ever share anything. Okay, I just Took out my garbage. Why does it smell weird? Oh God, I hope one of my neighbors didn't die. That's really suck. Well, if you have a video, or even if you want to share a link, hey, you mostly watch videos, feel free to share. I may not always agree with what you're saying, but as long as you're not being a perv like Chroma, you won't get into the penalty box. How it kind of works around here. I'm just gonna like pull out the Zoom. Okay, good. Come on, Bobby. Catch up. Mush, mush. Okay, there we go. So we're about halfway through, folks. And what are we? We're about the 2-hour mark. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Why are you not loading? Don't worry, folks. It'll catch up. Oh, okay. That was the Freedom March we were watching earlier. You can go on. All the links are on on my website, bluecryptomaria.com. I'll post the link again. Or .gold. I didn't get. I do have bluecryptomaria.com. I just haven't done anything with it yet. And cryptomaria.com is actually a heavy metal band. So when I was filing for all my business registration, it was like, I'm like, oh, Dad, like, who are these people? And then I look it up, and it's like this heavy metal band. And like, we emailed each other, and it was like, hey, man, that's cool. Like, you know, yeah, because it helps gain them traffic. Like, they will get, oh no, don't burn your chili. You got distracted. Okay, yeah. This one is in regards to a recent court case in Canada where it was a lady who refused a vaccine, got denied a transplant, and she recently died. And she had, like, it took a few years, but she actually had just lined up treatment in the States, because in the States they're like, okay, if you got money, we don't care. But in Canada, it kind of got complicated, and I don't know all the details onto this case. I'm just going to post up what I like. I'm going to read out what the Twitter comments were. Because it, like, there was this, but then it got into a talk about Pierre Polyev, and he pandered to the unvaccinated to win the party's leadership, and now he's doing the bare minimum to prevent them from seeing he'll do nothing of substance on the issue once he becomes prime minister. And my comment was, I am worried he is going to bail on C11 and C18 like Trudeau bailed on C51. It seems to be a trend with Canadian politicians, like, oh, we'll repeal all these civil liberty laws with freedom of speech unless it benefits me, which happened with Trudeau on C51. I shared the link. I I think I shared the link to their Twitter because yeah, you can find it in the comments. Yeah. Like Pierre is saying he'll repeal C11 and C18. I do not know if that is going to happen because Trudeau said he would repeal C51, and that was originally a conservative bill. Like it's almost like, and this is why I generally think that the boys and coots are spending so long in there, because with C51, the federal government can do it, and taxpayers aren't terrorists. But when you combine all these things, and I'm sure Jeremy from Diagolon, he's been through the ringers. He understands it. Like, we don't always get along, but he has excellent points. And this is how communism starts. So that was a little more explicit for YouTube. I know, even though the cute anime girls, it just... Yeah, copyright. I don't even know why I had copyright on that one. I barely did anything. That one's a good one. That one I should blow. I want to blow up this one for... It looks so different when you're seeing it on the screen. Not that one. No, why are you doing that? Oh, no, don't do that. There we go. Yeah. Just to show, like, just to show some of them. Like, that one turned out really cool. So, it's just... You need so many frames for animation, but I'm getting so close. I'm getting so close to doing the animations. I'll get there. It's something I always dreamed about. I always love animation as an artist. I love film. I love just media and entertaining people, but okay. I'll check it out on... I'm gonna pull up the next clip and go for a smoke. I'll check it out, and if I think I can get away with it, I will play it. There should be a clip there, not just a hot little coochie. Okay, it's not loading. Oh boy. Someone's having... Okay, there we go. Come on. I might have to reload all this. Am I back where I was? There we go. Yeah, I might have bigger problems. Let's see if something else loads. Yeah, my artwork is loading. My links aren't loading. So I don't know. I might have to just restart my phone. Oh, here we go. What is going on with you? Wow. Okay, I think I'm just going to end the stream for now and have to restart my computer. But I will go through. Those are kind of like the previews of the girls coming up. Sorry, I think it just, once I try to zoom in, it sometimes screws off my phone. So I'm going to end this one and it's also at almost a good place. And the rest of the clips on my video aren't so long. There is a longer one I'm going to give you a trailer on. I'm not going to get into it right away. I want to, because even like, I know with fair use, I can use it, but it's also such a deep topic. I want to break it down more. So it could be like just a 5-hour stream off of a 1-hour video. So I'll give you a trailer of that. Yeah, it's the 2:30 mark. This is a good point. Give me a break, and yeah, I'll be back in probably an hour or two to, what time is it? 3? No, a friend was gonna wanted to see me, so yeah, so it's a good time to break it off. After this, I will maybe open a panel, preference given to people who are artists or musicians, or you have, hey, even mechanics. You rebuilt an engine and you really want to show it off in your channel. I'm totally into that. Or talk about open topics. Like, I'm really excited how this one's turning out, but it's just all of a sudden it's like I'm getting ghosted on my site, so I need to clear my cache, probably take a break, do some more laundry. I will be back soon. Hope you are all well, and thank you for joining me. Like and subscribe, especially, I don't care if you like and subscribe to me, but like and subscribe to the people on my website. They are just superheroes to me. What else can you say? Have a good night.